the jams like the MC5. That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar. That's the way I wanna be. I'll be a white trash superstar.
What's up, Candy Lickers? Pleased to meet you. Nice to know me. What you doing? You listening to another edition of Casio's Cut. I'm your host, Casio, of course, and I'm joined by a good friend of mine, very funny comedian in Nashville now, Brad Sativa. What's up, my man?
What's up? What's up? How you doing, man? I'm doing
Hang on,
well.
I forgot to wear the uniform. We gotta get that uniform ready.
Oh yeah. You know, we ready.
We gotta get. I gotta say, the hottest merch on the comic circuit.
Man, appreciate it. Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been one of the most humbling things with merch. It's like, yeah, to see people like really want it and get it. It's like, yeah, it's crazy. Some people like airports. That's like I get it a lot in airports. You walking around with a hoodie on. I usually have my headphones on. You know what I'm saying? I'm like not trying to like really engage with people. People be like, "Hey, nice hoodie." Like, you know what I'm saying? Do like, oh, pretty. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, that's why I don't know. I like to be cutting edge and still keep pushing like limits and still even increase that. Like right now we're doing some like cut off crew neck sweatshirts like for the ladies and the dude if you want it. Hey, dude, if you want to put your abs out like that, do it. Go ahead.
I can go crop top now.
Yeah, you can go crop top sweatshirt, big neck too. You know, the extra neck.
Get that cleavage on these man.
Yeah, you get the running to fall off your shoulder a little bit, like in the 80s.
I just go, what if I did this? What you think about that?
Yeah, show a little shoulder.
For those of those who are listening and not watching, Sativa's merch is the Tennessee outline, state of Tennessee outline. It's got Sativa, your name in it, and then they got a variation depending on the logo of the stars for the state. So, I mean, it just sells itself. I mean, first time I ever saw you, I was like, I don't even know what this comedy is, but I need a hat.
Yeah, man, a lot of people, man, it's like, man, my weed man. That's how I met my weed man. Yeah, I was out in the bar, and he was like, man, where did you get that hat at, man? I was like, well, I was like, actually, mine. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I do comedy, and then like they mine. So before he even heard any of my comedy, seen any of my comedy, he was like, that night, he was like, hey, can you meet up tomorrow? I want to buy like 10 of them. I was like, hell yeah. So I pulled up on him. I had a duffel bag, and he bought 10 of them as soon as I met him.
Yeah.
Yeah, all different like colors and styles. Some of them he gave out, and some of them he like, yeah, it's just like, so. And that, like his roommate is like, so his roommate, the first time I met his roommate, he was in fucking Thailand. And like he like took a picture and put it on the internet. He was like, "Oh yeah, Sativa had in Thailand at the Golden Triangle," and it was like, yeah. So yeah, it was crazy. But now, yeah, they got the most hats. They probably got about 20 hats at that house, hoodies, sweatshirts. Yeah, it's crazy.
This is like, I don't know if you've ever seen the Flat Stanley at Christmas. You ever seen one of those? Not at Christmas, but the Flat Stanley, they do it for kids, and it's like a cut. They color this guy named Stanley, and they cut him out, and then they're supposed to like mail it to like their friends and family, and like get it. Oh look, Stanley's in Alabama, or Stanley's.
Yeah, okay.
Dude, you got to be the new. You got to be for adults. You got like Sativa hats. You need like to everybody wear it some different places.
Yeah, man, I want to do some crazy stuff like especially when the world open back up. I'm gonna do like a weekend of shows, but then I'm gonna do like a flea market almost, or like where people are gonna be able to come in, and like other vendors too, but people be able to come in and wear merch and buy merch. And if you got a Sativa hat, or if you buy one that day, you can get a photographer to take pictures. You know what I'm saying, with you, and like actual good quality pictures, and of course I'm gonna use those in promos too. And yeah, but yeah, just kind of where people have some good quality stuff, man. And that's one thing I kind of pride myself on, knowing that like my stuff stand the time. You know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't no cheap stuff. It's like
yeah, I mean, one of my first shirts, it was about a joke I did, and then I realized, I got to keep doing this joke. if I want to keep selling
Yeah,
the
for sure.
shirt.
For
Yours
sure.
is just timeless. Just change a color, new design,
Yeah, for
same
sure.
deal.
Keep it easy. Yeah, I said this though. I said I was gonna. My goal for 2021 is that I want to make. I do want to do a shirt that's my joke of mine. So I want to really just like.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna do actual comedian real merch. Like I want to do
Don't do
Santa
it. It
Claus.
ain't worth it. You,
No,
you
no,
got
it
the
ain't worth
right
it. It
one.
ain't worth it. It ain't
No,
really.
just be a fashion mogul and we deal with it. All
Ain't.
right, let's talk comedy, man. Where I know you're in Nashville now. Where are you from? How you ended up in Nashville?
Yeah, so I'm originally from West Tennessee, little bitty country town, about 20 minutes outside of Jackson, about an hour and 30 outside of Memphis, 2 hours away from Nashville. So just a little bitty West Tennessee town in the backwoods, super red, super conservative, but country as hell. We got high school football. That's why people back say I'm an 80s baby, so you know what I'm saying. That's when stuff was better on like people just hid their racism back then. If you was good at football, like it was like if we winning as a football team, let's keep it like all right, let's keep it going. Like
It's all
like,
good.
yeah, it's all good. Like y'all gonna hate each other in 20 years, but right now y'all gonna be good friends. It's like who would have knew that? That was like in 20 years, you're gonna hate most of everybody on your football team because of Facebook.
We get a W though. There ain't no hate
Yeah,
speech for another week.
yeah.
For another
We won,
week.
that's why I suck because we won 2 state titles like while I was in high school.
No.
Yeah, so they was like, yeah, we gotta do a 20-year anniversary. It was like, man, we've been arguing on Facebook for fucking 10 years. It was like that's an anniversary too, goddamn it. But
So
yeah.
you, so uh are you like class clown in school? Or you said football, so are you jock? What are you?
So this is what happened. This is literally what happened. So I went to from 4th grade to 8th grade. I went to pretty much an all-white middle school. Like
Okay.
I was the only black guy in like my grade. It was only one black girl. So from 4th grade to 8th grade, it was only 2 black people in my grade.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? So it's maybe out of like 60 students, 60,
yeah.
you know, like yeah. And so it was like the grade right behind us was the same thing. One black girl, one black girl. So it was like not a lot of black people. So I went to school there. There I was the only black dude. So I always had to keep I always had my chest poked out, you know what I'm saying, kind of thing. Where it's like I ain't saying I was bullying nobody because I wasn't, but I also wouldn't take no shit though, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
couldn't cop a nigga and just get away with it, you know what I'm
You
saying?
had to
So
project strength.
yeah, for sure. And intelligence. I learned that early too. It's like you got to beat them in the classroom. You got to beat them like on everywhere else. Like and when I say them, it's just whoever is like 'cause I was put in that position.
Hmm.
And but yeah, so I went to that middle school, and then I'm like, Mom, I ain't going to that high school. I can't. Fuck that. So I switched and went back to the original elementary system that I was in. So I ended high school. So I went to high school it was called Milan, Tennessee, country ass town. But we played football, but our football team was real good. And so our freshman year, we went undefeated as a freshman team.
Oh,
And so
okay.
we used to whoop everybody ass though, like beat them by like 20 some points. We used to like really like route people. But the whole thing is that we couldn't talk, like back then, some old school coaches, they just say shit like, man, y'all, all this goddamn pussyfooting, all this goddamn lollygagging, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that old coach talk, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He
Yeah.
said like, if you couldn't do shit before the games, but if we won our games, it was you could do whatever the fuck you want on the way back.
Chaos.
You know what I'm saying? Chaos on the way back. So we went undefeated. So we literally on the way
Yeah.
back. So we won all so we could talk shit but so we had a guy that his name is Octavius Cunningham. I'm gonna say it because I know if he heard it, if he see it, he gonna like me saying it. But this motherfucker could roast. He could roast his ass off. And I was the newest dude back on the football team, like newest dude back in that, like on that football team, everybody else. So he would just roast all the time, but he would tear my ass up. I'm talking about tearing my ass up on the way. He tear
Even so
everybody
good
up.
where you got laughing like that's good.
Yeah, you just got to take it. But everywhere we
Yeah.
played was like 45 minutes away. And you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Yeah, so you just like taking the 45 minutes of
you
just
taking a full set.
man, full set. And then so this whole thing is that was our freshman team. He took that same energy to the varsity. And you know what I'm saying? So where it's like,
It
oh,
never
so
stopped.
never stop. So we start. So by my sophomore year, they tear my ass up. All that in between where you you're a freshman but you like a sophomore in like football terms.
Yeah.
In that term, like I got beat up that whole spring practice. And then my cousin, my play cousin, is like, cause our grandmas like best friends, and so he was like, man, why are you letting these dudes get you? He was like, these people are ugly. They got blah blah blah. He just saying all the shit that I should. He's like, man, you could just look at them, evaluate them, tear them
So
up.
you never shot back?
Man, I would shoot back, but my shit it wasn't hitting, it wasn't sticking on the wall.
Oh, you just wasn't good yet.
Cause I went to school with all white kids for 4 years, so you know what I'm saying. I was cheating. I watched Def Comedy Jam and Comic View. I was tearing them white kids' ass up. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference. I went to school with double white kids. It's like y'all don't watch Def Comedy Jam and Comic View. I'm tearing their ass up. You know what I'm saying? Quick with the jokes. But when you come around other black people, it's like, oh shit, I gotta step it up.
And know my material.
Yeah, so man, I started, man. So what happened? I started thinking about it in that way. And then I don't know, I started getting real good. And then by the beginning of my sophomore year, I started tearing motherfuckers up too. So it's that like even him, I took down my arch nemesis, me and Tavis, like, oh, I'm gonna roast his ass. We started, I started getting real good.
My arch nemesis.
Yeah, man, you had to take down Tavis. If you didn't take down Octavius, you was not a roaster.
He had the strap, dude. You had to win the strap.
He had the belt. I wanted it. I was like, we got to get it. I got him on his birthday. That's how I got him. You know, we had that old school shit that they be on the announcements at the end of like the first period, like all the birthdays, like this the song, happy birthday to this person. Then they called his ass out. Then I started tearing his ass up for his birthday. He had a big ass head. I told him, I remember the joke too. I told him that his head used to fall in the cake when he tried to blow out the candles. It was like, man. And you got to take this the late 90s, guys. This is the late 90s before the internet. So this is like 97, 98. So y'all you gotta understand the context of this joke and where it came from. But but that's what taught us everything though, like football, because we had all kind of different personalities and people like we had the people that if you roast me, I'm gonna fight you. You know what I'm saying? We had that guy. We had the one guy, he's one of my good friends that like, especially in high school, this dude named Patrick. He was he came from Nebraska, but he used to have this fucked up agony. So people used to tear his ass up. He couldn't roast, but he could draw like a motherfucker. So he would just draw pictures of your ass. It was so perfect. Yeah, it was like, I'll tell you, our high school was so vicious. Like you was gonna get it. Even if you can't roast, he could draw pictures and he would just draw. He drew me at
He's
McDonald's.
drawing roast pictures.
Yeah, bro, he drew me at McDonald's. Bro, I was like going ham. I had sandwiches everywhere, bro. He had
These
me
are
going
masterpieces, dude.
Hey, that's what I'm saying. It's like we used to roast like that, where it's like, oh, you gonna get it. And you know what I'm saying? So it was
One
always,
form or another.
yeah, it's so everybody was always tearing everybody ass up.
What do you got? You got like a woodworking class? People's chiseling your face? I feel like everybody's roasting there.
You know, some class, especially, babe, bro, it's like you had to be ready. It's just because it don't matter. It don't matter if you was popular. It don't matter if you was cute, ugly. If you cute, we gonna find some your insecurity, and we gonna fuck with what hurt you the most. It's like we was terrible. We was terrible. It was like, yeah, you fine, but you insecure about this, so we gonna pick at that motherfucker.
Yeah, you gotta find the button.
Yeah, it's like we gonna make you real mad then. You know what I'm saying?
Have you talked to Octavius at school?
Oh yeah, I talked to him maybe about 2 years ago, and so like I probably was sitting before that if it ain't been COVID, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I told him like, yeah, man, I remember I used to roast show, man, we used to roast all the time. You the reason why I step my shit up. I told him, he was like, tell him, I told him. He's like, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Cause like I ain't, you know what I'm saying, I've probably seen Tavis 5 times in the last 20 years, you know what I'm saying?
That's
but
great.
like, yeah, he was like, I told you, man, tell him again. Yeah. But yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. Them fools crazy. Them fools got hot. Like, that's what I'm saying about people. His son just graduated high school. You know what I'm saying? Like shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude.
Yeah, it made me feel old as fuck.
So you get out of high school. Look, I know they're gonna ask, what are you drinking? Pickle juice?
Okay. No, I'm not. It's bright light because I got these lights on this. These lights like
it looks like pickle juice.
Yeah. No, it's not pickle juice. This is just a regular Miller Light. Just a regular Miller Light. Yeah, and then
was you drinking out of a pickle jar?
Yeah, I am drinking out of jars though. It's because so I'm lazy. So I only have I got everyday cups that I rinse out and that I use. So this is my beer drinking glass, which is the old jar, and this is my whiskey drinking glass, which is an old jar. Cause I'm from the country. My grandma, look, if you ain't never drank out of mayonnaise, a Miracle Whip jar before, fuck y'all. They're like, fuck y'all if you ain't never had that. If you ain't never had that before, if you ain't never had that one that was in the oatmeal, that had them cups, them scooping cups in the oatmeal back in the day, and they used to turn
Yeah,
into the glasses. Yeah, they used to have a
that was
scoop.
your glasses.
Man,
Now,
at my
everything
grandma's house. Yeah, my
we
grandma.
ate cereal out of the country crock butter tub.
Yeah, that's
Whatever
all
the
that
butter
shit.
tub was, I got cleaned
All
out
that shit. Miracle Whip, all that shit,
now.
boy. Yeah. My grandma wasn't going. My grandma kept everything. Yeah, because
Cool
see,
Whip is a good cereal bowl.
my grandma,
Fire.
so I give you an idea. Like my grandmama, she was 91 when she passed away, and she passed away 8 years ago. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And I'm the youngest out of all her
man.
grand. You know what I'm saying? So my grandmama was born like in the teens. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So been around. And so yeah, she wasn't throwing no shit away. We kept everything. Hell yeah, my grandma used to.
Counts instilled in you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My grandma used to. My grandma was petty too, because she used to. It was a point before she used to watch the soap operas. You know what I'm saying? Call her stories and shit. She
Yeah.
used to like freeze. She used to freeze them like milk jugs with water in it for me and my cousins. Freeze them the night before. Sit them outside because it's Tennessee summer. It's hot as fuck. Sit them out there frozen because we have to come in and out. She's like, "Now y'all stay your ass outside. Don't come in here. You can't come unless you got a shit. You can't come in here. You piss, y'all boys. Y'all
So
piss outside. It's like,
she knew
yeah,
you were gonna be thirsty and said, "Don't be coming in and out of the house."
yep. I'm put out here. It's gonna be ice when I put this gallon out here. By noon, that motherfucker it's gonna be some ice water for y'all ass.
And then by 2, it's flaming hot.
Oh yeah, that's what we could come in after 3, after 3 o'clock,
Oh,
after
after
General
3.
Hospital, after General Hospital go off, you come back in.
All
Yeah.
right, that's a good deal. All right, so you get through with high school. When do you start thinking about doing comedy? Somebody gets you into it, or do you go, man, I want to try it?
Oh man, this crazy. So I'm gonna do this quick version as I can. So in college, I joined a frat. I'm Phi Beta Sigma, the infamous Out of Mute chapter at MTSU. Um, Historically black frat too. So it's like I joined the frat, and so we started doing a thing where we had we used to do it for charity. It was called Up the Dawn Step Show, which Up the Dawn was for St. Jude's. So
Okay.
we used to do a step show for St. Jude's, but we would teach the white Greeks how to step. And you know what I'm saying? So
Are
we
they
would go.
good? Are they doing it as a joke?
No, it's not a joke because you gotta understand,
Okay.
like,
So
because
you're
we had
teaching them to be real good.
it's like this though. Okay, so it was mostly white sororities. It was mostly women, and
Okay.
and you put women that's from 18 to 21, and it's like everybody think they the best sorority. You didn't want to get beat by no other
Yeah.
sorority, so
They're
everybody
taking
took
it serious.
it taking it serious. They took it more serious than we took it because
Okay.
like they'll be like, cause they'll be like, no, no, blah, blah, blah. Like some of the girls, they'd be like, they would say shit that as a man you couldn't say. Then as a black dude, I would feel awkward even saying it to a white girl at that time. They'd be like, "Oh, hey girl, you sloppy. You need to get this up." Like they'll say, she'd be like, "God damn!" You'd be like, "Keep working, baby." You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, "Keep working. You get." You know what I'm saying? I just try to be
Making
supportive.
improvement, guys.
Yeah, let's help him out. And so, but yeah, me and my homeboy did that. So I used to host that step show, and that step show went from being it went from being a good show to where we end up selling it out. We were selling 1,000
All
tickets,
right.
and then,
Damn.
you know what I'm saying? And yeah, it was crazy. So we would sell it out. It was like these people take it serious. We have big production. We had a point where we had cameras in there, made DVDs and sold the DVDs. Like it was crazy. So we made it a whole big thing.
Yeah.
And because I was a marketing major in college, so I tried to incorporate a lot of different stuff. But I would host that show, and that's the first time I really was on stage and like kind of made people laugh. But I had no intentions of being a comic. I was music. You know what I'm saying? I love doing music, writing music, like executive producing, making music. That was my thing. And so I did that after college. I became pretty popular in college for because from doing the step shows and being in my friends. So I won homecoming king and shit and won all this different stuff. So just known for being
What?
popular. Yeah, for sure. In college, it was stupid. I was like, we grown as fuck. And, and my homegirl who won queen, I still know her to this day. She was so fine. She married a dentist. Like, yeah, and they both getting it now. Like, yeah. So it's like she was like, and I was like,
So
are you
fine,
still
she
fine?
married a dentist.
Yeah, I'm talking about, like, not just a dentist though. He's like a cosmetic dentist. Like he ain't doing no
Oh,
cavities.
he ain't doing no cleaning.
No. He making your
He's
shit
getting
from
the
scratch.
money.
Yeah, he making your shit from scratch. He was like, yeah, oh, your shit
Insurance
fucked
ain't
up.
paying for his shit.
Yeah, no, it's cosmetic. This shit in the gulch. That shit beside brunch places. You know, if your dentist spot, if it's two brunch places on the side of it,
Yeah.
you know what it is. Yeah. Yeah, so she married that kind of dentist. Yeah, like, so yeah, he ain't digging in the mouth and nothing like that. No, he motherfucking making you some new shit.
All right.
But yeah, so end up getting out of there. I started working corporate America. Uh, I actually ended up getting some jobs where I made some good money. And so I was like making a lot of money early, and like kind of was good in sales and shit. So I was like telling my people I'm working with, I like, yeah, let's put this money up, let's go out, let's mingle, let's meet everybody, let's go ahead, chop it up, let's let's be socialites, because that's what everybody want to do in the city, especially in music, because that's all you want to see. Oh, people see your face. And the guy I was working with, and you know what I'm saying, one of the artists, he was like very talented. But
what city is this?
This in Nashville. Yeah,
so you're in Nashville. All right.
So yeah, after college, I moved to Nashville.
All right.
I got the fuck out. I can't stay in Murfreesboro. Murfreesboro is cool until you after like 23, you like, I gotta get the fuck out. Unless you want to raise kids there. If you want to raise some kids and yeah, them play some sports and shit like that, yeah, that's fine.
Right.
But if you I would move to Murfreesboro if I was gonna end it. I still wouldn't move to Murfreesboro. Fuck no. Police are the worst. Police are the worst down there. They have nothing to do. But yeah, so I was down there. So I got my jobs. I'm making some money. I'm trying to be socialized. But this is back when rap was still doing mixtapes and shit. This is that era.
All right.
And so he was like, man, studio. I want to go to studio. I'm like, bro, it's cool doing studio shit, but we got to be out here. Like, we gonna have a million songs. Being actually in music, it only take one song. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, I'm like, bro, we gotta be out here meet motherfuckers. We gotta be here meet producers. Like, so he was like, you know what I'm saying? He wanted studio, dedicated to the studio, which it was a lot of people thinking like that back in the day. So I'm not knocking them. I was talking more of some like, hey, this shit, the internet shit gonna take off, the social shit gonna take off. I'm like kind of forecasting of what I thought. And but so I'm telling him all that stuff, and then so I'm still doing music, and we end up like kind of like separating from the music stuff. We still cool, but separating from the music. And I was selling weed. I quit that job at corporate America. I started selling weed for like fucking 2.5 years. Yeah, I told you I lived 8 lives, bro.
That's a big jump. No, we gotta get that jump. You can't just skip ahead.
Yeah.
I went from corporate America to selling weed and then move on.
Okay, so this is how that happened. Okay, so the way that happened is that I had my first job where they paid me more just because I had a degree in business. So it was like it was legit. Like why are they paying me this much kind of thing? It was like it was a union job. So every 6 months you get $1 and like a half raise.
Killing it.
And killing it. So it's like I can say it because it don't matter because I'm not making this money now, so it don't matter. But like imagine like making $25 an hour for 40 hours a week, but then you do sales and you can I did well at sales, and so I used to make a shit ton of money.
All right.
And so then they always want you to work overtime, and like so it was just they didn't give. It was the devil. It was the devil company. It was the devil company that had a shit ton of money. They was the devils. I'll say this: if you want to figure out what company it is, I ain't gonna say the name, but it's the same company that the Nashville bomber took out their technology. So, so in December 2020, the Nashville bomber took out their whole infrastructure for like 2 days. So if you want to do your research, I was going to say, if
you don't remember that from a couple months ago, 4 months ago,
yeah,
it's easy to Google.
And it's also the most popular building in downtown Nashville. So I would say that too. It's the most popular building in downtown Nashville. If you can't, there's some good clues. There's 2 good clues.
You're not going to put them out there though.
I ain't gonna put them out there though.
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I hate Spank, Slayberry, and and Wendy, and Wendy. Wendy. I can't
Don't do
remember.
it. Don't do it.
No, them are not their real names. I changed the letter.
Don't do it.
I did not do it. I changed, but
I was gonna say,
Slank,
if you worked for a dude named Spank Wilbury and you were making money, that was
man, it's so close though. But it's yeah, I felt it could have been a thing. He used to lie to you. But yeah, so I hated this job though.
all right.
And so, but they paid me because like I had a business degree, and so they did a thing where they started like messing with the pay structure. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't give a fuck because like I was making money, but I did care because other people had kids, and I started asking questions in the meeting, and then once I start asking questions, it's like they didn't have any good answers for them.
Mhm.
And then also other people start asking questions. So it's pretty much like I incited people, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they kind of like they had to meet with me after that. It was like, well, you know, Brad, you like naturally one of the floor leaders. Like people like gravitate towards you up here. People ask you for a lot of advice and like you help out a lot of people. So when you say stuff that's against the new policy, that makes other people want to doubt it. And so it's like,
Uh-oh.
yeah. And so we had that whole
They ain't
talk.
telling you to be quiet, but they were telling you to be quiet.
Yeah, they're telling me. They was like, if not, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah. And so I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, fuck it, man. Like I'm just gonna go out with a bang. So I went out with a bang.
What
And
do
then
you
yeah,
mean? You
I
just showed you-
I went out Chappelle style, bro, like the half baked, bro. Fuck you, fuck you. Man, bitch, I hope you hit a car. I hope you hit a tree on the way home. I was saying fucked up shit, man, bro. Slank Slayberry got it worse, man. I
Slang.
Slank, yeah. Hey, yeah, this whiskey kicking in now. Yeah, I got to take out that top. But yeah, Slank Slayberry, man, he got it. I said so much stuff about
Wait.
him too.
So here's the deal. I don't know nothing about the game, so I got to know: when you did your big exit, did you already have the career switch in mind? I'm
No,
going to deal weed, or did
it's
you
not
just
that.
fell
It
into
was
that?
it's okay. So it's that I've been smoking weed since like shit 98. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so it's like I always been around weed. And so I was like, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I got a severance check. I got money. I had some money. I was like, hey, I ain't trying to work for a second because that shit stressed me out. Because
Right.
the office shit too, because you know what I'm saying, you always gotta like, hey guys, da, 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 da,
Yeah.
da, 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 da. And so
You just
I was
need
like,
to
I don't want to do
regroup.
that. Yeah, I needed to regroup. So I got all that money I had from them and I just bought weed with it. And I started selling weed. But the whole thing about it is that I got fucked up maybe not that long after that though. So after I get fucked up, I get hit by I get hit by the cops, bro. I get charged with 4 felonies, bro. 4 felonies.
Oh,
Yeah. Luckily I had money. And so I paid. Look now. I only had a little bit, like I had enough weed. Well, I had enough of them to charge me with felonies because of other things. I paid the biggest dope lawyer in Nashville. The biggest dope. He known for getting people out
this is
like
what
all
he's known for.
for dope shit. I paid him to get me off a few ounces of weed. Goddamn, it was like, and that was just bagged up different, and because it was school zone and all kind of shit.
Oh God.
Yeah, they threw everything. They threw all the books at me. That's why he was able to get me out of all that shit because like number one, it was June, it was in the summer, motherfucker. So like it wasn't no kids there.
Okay.
And boom,
So
that
he
was
did
my
his
boy.
lawyer thing.
Yeah, then he was like, how much? He was like, yeah, y'all said the weed was that much. How much is it without the bag? Like he was saying shit like that.
He's
I was like,
serious.
oh. I said, he a bad motherfucker. What's that sorry? I like, that's why you pay. That's why you
This is
pay.
this is why I'm
Yeah,
paying.
why you pay. And they're like, he got all that shit. He got it where he got expunged and everything. But
Nice.
then, but it took 2 years though. So the whole 2 years while I was doing this, I'm still selling weed because like I got this fucking charge pending with felonies on it. It's like I can't do a job. And so I'm still selling weed the whole goddamn time. And so I'm selling weed. And so then after I'm selling weed this whole time, they finally give me my probation shit. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm out the game then. And so the whole thing, I was like, man, I do not want to go back to corporate America, but I want to get cash again. I want cash. I like to work with cash. I like to hustle. And so I started serving. Started like my friend like, hey, you should serve tables. You can
Okay.
get cash. And so I went to this like we got a bougie part in Nashville, Green Hills. They had a California pizza kitchen there. And so I was like, man, I ain't never served before.
CPK.
I was like, fuck it, I'll do this fucking CPK. This is like a decade ago too now at this point. But so I'm like, fuck it, I do it. And the reason why I did it because I read the application and it was like it's a California, like literally California pizza kitchen, but it was like other than weed, have you ever been convicted of any other? I was like, oh shit, oh fuck no, fuck no, yeah. And that's what I knew was the job to do. It's like it literally said that other than weed. I was like, the
Like,
application say that? I was like, oh fuck your PPK.
I don't even
Oh,
have to lie on this one. We're good.
yeah. I said, yeah, we might, yeah. I might try to make management in this bitch. They don't give a fuck like that. But so yeah, they was saying all that shit. So I was like, all right, fuck it, I'm applying there. So I started applying there, and that was my first time ever serving tables. But I ended up doing real. It was like in the bougie part where all the rich old white people and the rich young white people too, but just a lot of money though. If you're familiar with the area, it's kind of it would be what the Madison, I guess, of like people like in the Huntsville area. It'd be that Madison kind of comparison, like almost.
All right.
Yeah, so it was just real bougie up there, but I was end up like talk a lot of shit though. And so I was like real quick wits and you know what I'm saying, make people laugh and cut up.
Yeah.
So I used to make a lot of fucking money. These people just used to just leave me fucking money. So all the other servers that was like, God, how the fuck you making all this money off these people? Yeah, I was like, I don't know, I'm just talking shit and just entertaining, cutting up with them. And then from there, I'm like, oh, you can actually make money serving tables. Cause I was like, you know what I'm saying, you doing double shifts, but I was like making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Kind of, and I was like, okay, fuck. I'm like, I need to go to a better bar. And so I went to this bar called Cabanas here in Nashville, and it was more bar shit. It was more like adults, no kids really past a certain time. It was like adult shit. And then there, I really started making a shit ton of money. It's like I started really like we worked with bachelor. We was one of the first places that embraced bachelorettes, and so
Oh.
we would get bachelorettes 12 at a time, like tables. As a
Gotcha.
man and a server, it's like I'm making a shit ton of money off of. You know what I'm saying? Because like they had to spend $250. So every time they had, and then you got a gratuity anyway. So you was guaranteed $50 every time every time two tables sat down. So like pretty much you guaranteed 200
Right.
for having that section or whatever. And then so the rest of you just hustle the rest of it. And so started making a shit ton of money, but I was like, like I said, I was making a lot of money entertaining these bachelorettes, talking shit to them, busting their balls. And then all my coworkers was like, man, you funny, you so funny, you silly, blah, blah, blah. You should try comedy. I'm like, nah, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy as fuck. So I kept pushing.
What year is
like, man,
this?
this is like maybe 2012, 2013.
Okay.
Around that time, yeah, 2012, 13. I'm like, nah, y'all crazy, man. I'm like, them people, man, working hard. I like y'all know me. Like, I'm giving them all the reason. Like, I respect the comedy more than to be like, oh yeah, I can do that shit. And I was
Right.
caught up in music. Music was my shit. So I was like, nah, man, that's like, I'm serious in music, man. Them people do their job. That shit hard. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm giving it. I went in giving it credence. And then so it's like, so then I end up leaving that job, and then I started a new one. And after I started this new job, I started thinking about like kind of like people kept saying the same thing while I worked this new job. And it was like, man, you are funny as fuck. You should try comedy. And then it was this gay dude that I worked with. And the only reason I put it out there because he was a white gay dude. And we was a year apart, but he was a Virgo. I'm a Virgo. So my birthday is September 6th. His birthday was like September the 9th. And we was a year apart. And we pretty much was the same person. But I was a straight black dude. He was a white gay dude. Like we'll say whatever the fuck come off our mind. We just like say the craziest shit. Every time we worked, everybody knew it was gonna be a good night because they knew that we was gonna be throwing jokes, fucking with people. Because like I said, once again, I was back in Green Hills where it was like all these rich people. So I used to just roast these rich people all the time. Like, look at this bitch with this goddamn chain on. Look at her, you know, like this bitch, how she thought like I used to just roast shit out all these people, and these people going like check them out, like laugh and shit. But so he was like, man, I've been thinking about doing comedy. You should go, Brad. I'm like, man, I've been kind of thinking about it too. And so I was like, yeah, let's go. We'll go in a couple weeks. We'll go to an open mic. This was like in January at this time, like close to it. And I remember telling this girl, I'm like, man, I'm thinking about doing comedy. She was like, "Oh, you got your fucking mind. You doing music like she was getting ready to move to New Orleans. So she was like, you like, bro, you kind of funny, but you ain't funny like that. Like she shitted on me, and I just before I even started, I just thought I was kind of thinking about it. She shitted on me, and then so me and him talked about going like in 2 weeks, and then I was like, yeah, bro, I'm gonna go. So I picked the East Room because it was the closest one to me. And
Okay.
so I went to the East Room in Nashville in the 2 weeks, and I went, and then he never showed up. He never showed up.
The gay friend?
Yeah, he never showed up for comedy. He backed out. He took the work shit. He worked instead of coming.
Uh,
And so I went and did it. And we still Instagram friends to this day. And he watched shit. Like, you can see when people see your shit on
yeah.
stories. Like, so I just wanted for real, like on some real shit. I wanted like how he felt. Like, damn, man, this motherfucker altered his whole life
He's never
with
said anything. He's never been like, "Damn, man, I should have came."
no, it just but he was in a different spot in his life because you know what I'm saying. Like he was in a dark spot, which he had to persevere past that.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it was crazy. I just wanted to kind of one day I think I want to have that conversation with him. But yeah, I started going. I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. So I went, and I ended up knowing this one dude that was at the mic, and so he knew the host, and so he got me, like the host Brad Elwes at the time. He was like, hey, you can sign up anywhere you want to. It's your first time going. And it was like 24 spots. I signed up like seventh, and out of like 24 people, I was like right there in the middle somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't the worst, wasn't the best. I was like, well, shit, I wasn't the worst. Well, let's
Yeah.
start with that. And so I started like kind of coming back, and then after probably about that third week, I was like, no, I'm gonna do this shit. And then I just started doing it for like 2 months straight. I started coming out and doing more stuff. And then once I started doing that, I had a trip planned that me and my cousins planned. So I started in February 2015. And so like Thanksgiving 2014, me and my cousins, some friends was like, we're going to Denver for 420. We're gonna go hard, we're gonna have fun, we're gonna smoke weed.
Mm-hmm.
And before like even this before I even said I was doing comedy for real, for real. And so I had that trip booked. And so I had some money saved up and I went out there and I had this good trip. I like smoked good. I had an epiphany of how I want my comedy vision to come back and the kind of
Okay.
people I want to talk to. And but the whole thing though, I came back with all this like high spirits. And then my roommate at the time, one of my roommates, he was like, Brad, what did you do? I was like, oh, yeah, I was out. I was like, man, I went out to Denver. He's like, man, why you go to Denver? You spent that money. You didn't have to do that. You could have did this. You could have did that. Blah blah blah. He like busting my balls, and he was like, yeah. So like, so what's your plan? You so smart. What you gonna do? Like, la, la, la. I'm like, man, bro, I'm doing comedy. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm focused now. I'm doing comedy. So he pretty much like, do you know how many people say that they can do comedy? Blah blah blah. And man, bro, it pissed me off so bad. I didn't even go off though. I just let it go like fucking Incredible Hulk. I just like absorbed all that shit.
Swallowed it and made it energy.
Yeah. So like, I was like 2 months in like I say, I was 2 months in at that point. But for the next 2 months, I went from like playing where I would go up there and not really have no set list and just like riff off whatever was going on. And then I just started writing shit. I just started writing shit down. I started really writing shit in my phone. I would write shit in my phone. I started recording shit. And I started like doing a little shit like hearing my sets. And then I snapped for like 2 months. I just went on a rampage and all the fucking mics and everything. And then
Okay.
I was 4 months in, and I was like, after being 4 months in, like something like Joe Kelly hit me up. Joe Kelly was like, Brad, you want to do a show? I was like, yeah, let's do a show. So I did that show. So I started February, like the last week of February, and then that first show was June 26th, 2015. That was my first show. But from June 26th, 2015 to December 31st, I did 40 shows. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? Yeah, and that was in my first year. So I did 40 shows. I booked a TV show because that's when I did the CMT thing, the Still the King with Billy Ray Cyrus. I booked like some Smirnoff commercials. I booked a few commercials, and I did all that in my first year. And then then from there, I was like, all right, I can do this shit. And I started producing my own shows too, and like towards the back end of that. And then
Right.
so then I got into my first comedy festival, which was Memphis Comedy Festival. Like it was the month after my year, so it was like in that March. So I did my first festival like pretty much right after a year being in, And then from there, I just kept on just building, and start traveling more and start meeting. I met a lot of people at that comedy festival from all these different cities. And I kind of just like, I was just like enamored, you know what I'm saying? Especially being like, oh, this is my first year and a lot of shit happened, you know what I'm saying, in my first year. So I'm like, oh, damn. So I'm meeting all these people like Kenny DeForest. I mean, all these people that from like a lot of these people from now, then a few of them got some late night spots and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But I remember meeting them at that, and we linking up, and I'm meeting them. I'm like, yeah, when I come to your city, I'm gonna hit up, like, tell me the good stuff about their city. And then I just kind of made a point, and then a lot of people's always talking shit though. It's like, cause I'm like, I started comedy. I came from a music background, so I came in with a music mentality, and so a lot of comics was like they were stuck in that old. They've been beat down so much, they were stuck in that old thing, and they were like, and they were telling me shit like, well, yeah, well, if you come out and you work hard for like 2 years, you're gonna be able to have 15, 20 minutes maybe. You'll be able to like then maybe be able to host. Then if like around like 5 years, you'll be able to start featuring. And then like I'm like, what? No. I'm like, man, hold on. I'm born in the 80s, bro. I can't wait that long. It's like, no, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nope. And so so my first year, I just started pounding the pavement, start going everywhere I could go. And then it just started catching on. People started fucking with me, and people started like hearing that I was funny, and people Memphis was one of the first cities that really started fucking with me. And they started booking me like for shows. Like first one started putting money in my pocket. So Memphis always gonna have big love for Memphis. Like Memphis really opened up for me. And then like they had a show like You Look Like that was down there. That like that's where I cut my teeth in Memphis. They ended up making a TV show that got on LOL because of that. And then I got connections because of that, because that same guy who directed that did he did Dolomite Is My Name and Coming to America.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, and I'm one of the people that like I auditioned for Coming to America. Like I didn't have an agent at that time at all. And I got a personal call to my fucking cell phone. It was like, hey, yeah, you want to audition for this movie? I'm like, okay, hold the fuck on. Why you want me to audition for what?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. But it's like, yes, they just meeting people and linking up. And it's just, and so I just went out there. So the whole thing, to bring it back full circle, when I was working with that artist, I would always tell him all these ideas I would have. And he would be like, no, studio. So I promised myself, if I was ever in a position where I would manage myself, that I would push myself like it. That I would manage myself just as hard or even harder than I was trying to manage him.
Yeah.
It's like so I'm my
You
own
knew that was a good game plan, so you need to apply it to yourself as well.
Yes, for sure. It's like, yeah, if you do this shit, like it's like this gonna be a good at least a good way to build a foundation. And that's what I was able to do. Like I said, I had a marketing degree and everything. I'm doing all the old comics, and all these comics will tell me, no, it ain't the way you do it. You know, you shouldn't do that. I wouldn't. You shouldn't be starting no show right now. You shouldn't be starting. No, I wouldn't start a show about you. Yo, merch. I wouldn't be getting no merch. Why you getting merch for, man? Like $20, $25 a head. I don't know why. Oh no, that's too high. You can't charge $25, $20. You can't do that. It's like that's literally all I'm hearing. Now you Nashville funny, but if you went to Chicago, it's gonna be different in Chicago, different in Atlanta. If you go to these places, like literally people, I'm like, all right. And like I said, I turned out it, like I said, instead of arguing with people, I was like, all right, I'm just gonna check. That's my checklist, and I use all this shit as a checklist. And then like I started going to all them places that they say I couldn't go to. I started going to them places, and I started kicking ass. I started like that. It just people like they know.
You sound like a lot of people are going not against you, but trying to what they think is right for your career. Was there somebody in the game that was like a mentor though? Who was like one of the first, somebody had more experience in the game was like, hey, I want to help you out, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Not just like forcing their stuff on you, but did you have a mentor or like a big buddy, anybody like that?
Yeah, for sure. So the first person that I really fuck with me tough is a few people. I say Richard Douglas Jones, from a good dude, man. He had faith in me early. He's one of the ones. He gave me that call. He was like, hey, I got a spot for you. You got 20 minutes. I had 15 minutes.
No
15,
comic ever admits to not having enough time.
15 minutes. I told her, yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Run it. Yeah, I got it. And
I
this
got
is
a solid
this,
20.
this is the craziest part of the story. So this is even funniest part of the story. Uh, so Aaron, this is when Aaron first started too, because this is like me and Aaron
Aaron
started at Weber.
Weber,
Yeah,
who
me
I
and Aaron
just had
Weber.
on the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and me and him started at the same time, and you know what I'm saying. So we was road dogs starting out. So this was one of my first big road shows because it was
Yeah.
like, oh, and so I was like, you want to come out with me? Like, yeah, come out. I'm gonna come out with. So Aaron jumped in the car with me, and we came down here, and then so it was Mo Alexander
Great.
was the headliner.
Also a
And,
former guest here on the show.
yes. So, but this is the funnest part of the story, or the most unique part. This was right after that summer that Mo died twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
This is
this was
after that? Just after that?
this was his first show back
Oh God.
after he
In
been like
Memphis?
in Memphis.
Yeah.
In Memphis. So this was like it was the Black Nerd Power Comedy Hour. And it's like Richard Douglas Jones. And so Mo was gonna record an album and everything. And it's like so he was coming back. So he had to get help in there. This is when Mo couldn't even really walk by himself.
Jeez.
He was still fresh out of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this was like let's say so it was packed out, 200 something motherfuckers in there. And it's like, I'm like, oh shit, woo, oh Lord. I was like, so I was a little nervous a little bit. This is my first big show, 200 people out of town. These people had no incentive to have anything
Right.
about me or not. And then like the young lady, it was me and a young lady that was both doing 20, and we was talking. I was like, man, like, who want to go first? I'm like, yeah, you can go first. She's like, yeah, I go first. So she went first. She did well. But then it's like, so I just kind of let it fest up. And then I went out there, man, and I did my fucking 20, and like I fucking like killed. And like that was like at that point in my like I said in my career, that was like this literally just a year in. Aaron came up to me, he was like, man, bro, that's the best set I've ever seen you have. And you know what I'm saying? So I knew like he seen me do a lot of sets, but then Mo was like, Brad Sativa, come here, you a funny motherfucker, boy. You know what I'm saying? It's like so I was like, so I got that stamp of approval.
And people who have heard Mo or know Mo, and Mo don't bullshit anybody. So if he don't like you, he don't like you.
He don't like you. He ain't gonna fuck with you. Ain't no sugar.
So if he's telling you you're good, that's a sign of major respect. That ain't somebody blowing smoke up your ass.
And this was when he was really like mean, like not mean, but like fresh out of death.
He didn't give a shit.
He wasn't taking no bullshit. That's all I was saying. He was like, I died twice, so I'm not even finna like, nah, I'm not like. Yeah, he
don't know anybody anything at that point.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to sugarcoat. But so I would say like kind of like from that Richard Douglas Jones and Mo probably showed me the first like love and like I could hit up and be like, yeah, I got this and this, I'm thinking about this and that, and I could talk to them. And then like Spanky Brown as well, R.I.P. Brown. Yeah, man, it's like that was the first time I ever did Zanies. The whole thing is the first time I did any club. I went outside of it didn't go from the regular club format because my first time working Zanies, I got booked by the headliners. They just seen me posting shit online. It was like, oh, this dude working hard in Nashville, we're gonna give him the chance.
Right.
And so that's not the first time I got booked even at Zanies. It was from them and so from Spank, and as we all hung out and Spank like, oh man, you cool. We all just like we end up all linking up, and yeah, he was big uncle. As you meet Spank, he automatically your uncle, man, because he gonna show you love like it. You know what I'm saying?
When you hear him call you nephew for the first time, you're like, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm for real. Just like everybody, that man, like for real, he make you feel like it's real. You know,
But I was gonna say he's the same way too, though. He don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, he don't. Yeah,
he ain't gonna bullshit you.
Oh yeah, if you suck, you suck. Yeah, he ain't gonna. He Memphis. Both of that's that Memphis. Cause they, Spanky and Mo was pretty much best friends though. They started pretty much, you know what I'm saying?
Dudes.
That's that old school 20, 30 years in the game, Memphis. They just ain't gonna take a lot of bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Spanky Brown.
Yeah, man. So
let's do a shot at Spanky Brown.
Yeah, man, for sure.
Let's do a drink to Spanky.
Spanky, man.
Man.
Well, yeah, man.
So they're all good. They're your mentors.
I also like the shout out Azim because he was the co-headliner with Spanky, and he a good dude too. Me and him still. He put me on some money, and his name is Azim. He's from St. Louis, but he live in like North Carolina now. He does a lot of cruise ships and stuff. That's like his bread and butter when the world was open. But he brought me up to North Carolina. He done put some money in my pocket, took care of me in hotels, and yeah, that's the whole thing. Is like the first time I started working the club, the headliners would always bring me back or put me on some money, like somewhere. So that's how I knew I was like, all right, I'm trending in the right direction, kind of thing.
All right, so you smashed the one that's with Mo. It's one of your best sets. Is it? So I asked this. I had Aaron Weber on. I asked him the same thing. What's your best show? Is that your best show ever?
No, but it's like, okay, I'll give you an idea. So every time I have, okay, the first time I had my first best show, I remember it. It was like December the 26th, 27th, 2015. I was like
Okay.
still under a year. Uh my friend Seth, he was a sketch writer. We had this show. It was at this taxidermy place. It was packed out. Yeah, it was crazy. Dude, like they had us playing like we did some sketch acting and I was playing like Jesus. One of the people auditioning to be Jesus in the show.
Okay.
And like and so I'm dressed up as Jesus and shit. So but then comics would do sets in between. And
All right.
so and so it was like he was like, yeah, bro, you're gonna do a set. So it's packed in there. It's like some of the best comics that I respected, like in Nashville. Like, oh, these are the best. These the guys that like these dudes in Nashville. It's like Josh Wagner, like Joe Kelly. It was like motherfuckers
Yeah.
that was fire and that was on fire at that time. And then I had my set, and that was the first time that it didn't matter who would have went up that night that they weren't gonna get me. It was just like
Yeah.
it was just like that crowd just fell in love with me, and they were just like, no, this is like that. When I had that experience, it didn't, like I said, it's just that one of them. It didn't matter who went up. That crowd just fell in love with me that night, and that's the first time I ever got like sex because of comedy too. It was like yeah. They saying it was already the best night before that, but then it was a girl was like, "Oh no, you talked all that shit. I'm finna be your Huckleberry baby." I was like, "Ooh, okay, shit, let's do it." Yeah. So, but
That's tough to beat if we're going best shows. First one you got laid because of is pretty strong.
yeah, man, that was pretty strong. But I don't know. I would say my favorite show. I hate even to put it on this, but I'm gonna say I give it to this just because of the place. But I still wouldn't say this. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. It's one of them. It's like I got some.
All
It's
right.
like, but I would say this. It's between Comedy Works in Denver.
Okay.
Uh, it was like I did their Monday show. It was a competition show. It was like they show if you're a local comic, that's a show you want to be on. They had the amateur, and then they had the pro division, and they put me. I'm in the pro division, and so they had some of their best comics in the city. And at this time, I came to Denver. I only came to Denver on vouchers, so nobody knew me. So I'm like a couple people like Stroop, you know what I'm saying? Like, you
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Stroop knew me. And Stroop was like, oh yeah, this is my dude. He a headliner, Stroop talking good shit for me. So it's like, oh yeah, I gotta go out here and like got to bust some heads out. They don't know
People's
me.
putting their name on the line, so you got to go.
Yeah. So I was like, man, so that was like the first show, like one of the first big shows I did while I was there. I was there for 12 days. And that was like the
Damn.
third day I was there. And then, so that was like, all right, this is my first big show. It's like they people, all they comics are out because it's like I said, it's the show that you want to be. Then if you want like it's that club, then if you ain't even there, you want to be a part of it because you at the club. You know what I'm saying? Kind of thing. So all these comics there, and then man, I went up there and I did my thing. We had a good time. You know what I'm saying? They let me cook. They let me cook a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I cooked a little bit up there, and then, but that made that whole scene look at me different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Now
saying? It was
you're
like,
in.
oh yeah. First, like, after I won that show at their city, they was like, oh, hold on, this motherfucker. Hold on, this dude funny. And then so it's like the rest of the week was just I rode a wave, and I actually I made a lot of money. I did a lot of time. It was
Nice.
giving me 20, 30 minutes. And when I say a lot of money, I say a lot of money in like on a Wednesday, you do a show, they pay you $75, and then you do another show later on that night, they pay you 100. You like, I made $175 at 2 underground bar shows.
Right.
Yeah, and then you sell like, you know what I'm saying? I sold like $100 worth of merch, and then you know what I'm saying? You're like, oh, okay. And like that's why I say so like on some like just jumping out there with not knowing what's gonna happen. That's why I say
Yeah.
made a lot. But then yeah, I did that, and then Chicago was up there. It's like Chicago, it's like the three cities, those three cities, Chicago and Atlanta. And Atlanta, I did it at Star Bar, kind of same thing. Rodney is, if y'all ever know Rodney Lee not give a he don't know any comics unless you from Atlanta or fuck with him. It don't matter what TV show you been on, he do not know you.
Right.
He for real. I was like, and I
So he
seen
sees you with his eyes.
Yeah, he do not know you
on
exist.
his stage.
It don't matter. So he handled it like that. And so the first time he announced me is like, so the first show he was like, yeah, hey, this first guy, he from Nashville. Man, I booked him because he had a good name. I liked his name, but he from Nashville and Nashville comics. So I don't know. And that's how he brought me. I said, damn. I'm like, who the fuck been coming up here?
I always say intros don't matter, but that one mattered.
That one mattered. And so
at least
so
just get my name. I wouldn't. He's already throwing shade.
He threw it all the way. Big shade, threw it all. I was like, God damn, walking off like this. So I was like, so I came, I did it, but that at that point, you know what I'm saying? That's when I was new, but I had like jokes that I knew was gonna work. And so I had a good, you know what I'm saying? I had a good set. But then the second time that I came back though, he fucked it up even worse. Because so he was like, from stage, Rodney Craig. This is when Rodney used to drink for real. He only drink like one day a week now, but he was drunk as fuck. He was like, "Yeah, Brad, I know Brad Sativa. I know I told you that you was gonna go up 6, but you know what I'm saying, like we gotta let a local go 6 because you know what I'm saying, this is a special number. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, and like so he bumps me from the stage, bumps me from the stage.
He just announced it.
Just announced it, and like I'm gonna bring so and so up here, like one of the locals, blah blah, because it's a special style. It's like his homeboy Egypt passed away, and that's the secret spot he saved for him. He liked to say that to locals, which I understood, but it just imagine being an out of town comic though, and like this like the second time
you ain't good enough,
and you getting bumped from the stage. And then so I'm just like turning like, it's like I said, the Hulk shit. I ran my first few years with Fury. And so I'm just like, and so I had a set list. I threw my whole set list out. I'm saying I'm doing my newest fucking jokes. I don't give a fuck. Fuck him. Fuck whatever happened. And so it was right after the Red Clay Festival. And so it was all these out of town comics from all these cities there. And so it was all these people. I don't know, bro. I was so pissed off that I got bumped. I went up there, bro. I did all the shit that I didn't even know if it was gonna work or not, and I fucking demolished Star Bar that Monday. Like I like when I said like, bro, and like I said, I don't say this shit arrogantly, bro, but it's like it altered the room though. Like it's literally you can see the room alter, and it's like the rest of the night, which that show. Look, imagine me going 7, and if you're familiar with that show, that show don't end like 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's long.
So it's like a 3-hour show. So I literally like up the pace and set
the tone for the rest of the night.
Like, and then from the same stage, he was like, Brad Sativa, any goddamn time you come back, you welcome, goddamn it. And so he certified me.
All right.
As he embarrassed me twice, he certified me from that same stage after I did that. And then the third time I brought Aaron with me. That's my first vouch. And then me and Aaron both fucking went ape shit. And then he was like, yo, vouch means something. You gotta like, and you can anytime you're in Atlanta, you fuck with me. And like that's one of my best friends in Atlanta. It's like every time I come, I stay at his house. Man, I'm like a kid. Like when I leave, they give me joints for the road. Like I'm like, bro, I'm finna go to the library I'm finna go and write. Like, y'all take 2 or 3 joints, man. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so that's my big homie now. So it went from that though. So that's how that's why it was so special. And then this last one, it's a 3-part one. But the last one, it was Laugh Factory in Chicago. It was a Saturday night, sold out, 400 people in the balconies, and kind of the same thing. It's like I was a ringer. They didn't know me. It was like one of the best clubs in the country, one of the best clubs in the city. And I shut it down on a fucking Saturday night. And like I said, I altered the room. And it was like, and those are my 3 favorites probably. That's what I would say.
That's the jam.
All right,
no, you go as long as you want. This is the beauty of the podcast right here.
I would appreciate it, man.
I love everybody spilling their guts. I mean, that's the beauty of the favorite shows. You boom, they're right there, bringing back those good memories.
Man, I can't wait to get back at them for sure.
Now let's turn the tables. The worst
Okay.
gig.
Oof. Man. Okay. We got to define it. Okay, is it worse paid gig?
No, you go, man. That was a shit gig. That was whether you bombed or the venue was wrong, the crowd was awful. Whatever made it the worst, something's the worst.
I'm telling you the worst. This is the worst way I got introduced ever. And then I tell you about like it's the worst place. So it was like, yeah, guys, you know what I'm saying, man. It's a 420 show. We all high, man. Blah blah. It was like, yeah. And I just want to let everybody know we got pizza in the back room for everybody. We just brought in pizza. We got edibles in the back. Hey, y'all, welcome to the stage. Our next comic, Brad Sativa.
Oh wait, so he told him to go get edibles and pizza as you were coming on stage.
As I'm coming out in the back of this big ass room.
So they all got up.
Everybody getting up, getting pizza and edibles. I'm like, yeah, it's 420. How the fuck you? I want to go back there. I think that's why I was saying shit like that. I was like, why the fuck you bring me up like
You should have
like,
bumped me from stage.
yeah. I'm like, God damn, well, how the fuck I'm supposed to follow weed and edibles? Pizza and edible. I like, man, I remember talking shit the whole time. I was like, man, I couldn't get off it. I was like, how you bring me up like that? Yeah, hey, yeah, we got pizza in the bag, we got edible brownies, everything. Y'all welcome to the stage, Brad Sativa. A football field away from them motherfuckers. It was crazy. Yeah.
A football field.
Bro, it was so long. Like I did a joke, and it was like I had to just sit there and just like see if it got a reaction. That's how hard it was.
You had to give it time to get to the back of the room.
I had to literally let it sit. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, y'all high anyway. Fuck, I'm taking my time. I'm like I'm saying, I get introduced like that. I'm gonna say whatever the fuck I want. That's what my like. But that was probably pretty. But I'll say one of my worst shows though, and it's because. It's more because of the headliner. I hate to blame it on that person, but the headliner, not for real. They went. Okay, so imagine. Okay, you know how clubs do. They give somebody the early show, and then they get like, they're like, oh, we're gonna split it up. We get somebody the late show. But they did that, but the late show sold out. So then they added another show that didn't even start.
The third show.
The third show.
All right.
All right, so we got the first one, Selm, clean comic, you know what I'm saying? They wrap that shit up. They done, ready to walk out. Motherfucker, 8:30 on the dot. They ready to walk out. Ready for the 9:15 or 9:30 show.
All right.
9:30 will come around. I'm hosting that motherfucker. It goes, I'll do all right. You know what I'm saying? The crowd a little frisky. So I argue with them for a minute and then finally get it settled. We chilling. The headliner go up. Not only is it 30 motherfuckers in the green room, 30 motherfuckers. The headliner goes up, does an hour and 45 fucking minutes.
Well, that's longer than the show's supposed to be together.
I know, but also imagine though, this is Zany's before the lockdown, so it was second show sold out 320 something
around the building.
Around the building, cold outside. Hour and a half, they sitting there like, and so me, I'm the host. I get held hostage because I don't know when he's gonna come out. Because after 55 minutes, he was supposed to be done. So I had to just stay by the door. The only good thing about it is that it was a pro smoking weekend because he would smoke blunts and smoke weed. And so I got to smoke in the green room. That's the only benefit is that I got to sit by the door for a fucking 55 minutes and just smoke weed. That's the only benefit, but was held hostage. And then ended it at the end of it. After them 15 people left, another 15 people came in for their second late show. Then imagine how these people pissed off. They outside for an hour and a half, fucking cold, because these people had to flip a whole restaurant that was sold out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so hour and 45 minutes later, then they're supposed to get in. They freezing their ass off. They come in attitudes. You know what I'm saying? Fucked up. And then so I go up again. I'm arguing again with these motherfuckers. Like, yeah, but then I finally get them on my side, arguing with motherfuckers because they said I said something about me having sex, and some dude was like, huh? Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what? I'm funny, motherfucker. Yeah, I get laid. I'm like, you the one paying $40 for sex. Like, you one got a date in this bitch.
So
I'm
now
like,
you're arguing.
yeah, you paying money, bitch. She paying you paying to see me. I'm talking shit. So I'm arguing with these motherfuckers. I finally get them on my side. And then he go up there and do the same damn thing. Another hour and 45 minutes on
Now
the show.
it's real late.
I ain't look, bro. We got that bitch 3 o'clock in the morning.
No.
3 o'clock in the morning. No bullshit.
Oh.
Imagine being held by a door for over 2 hours.
Anybody leave?
Man, no. Everybody stayed.
I mean, was he killing at least?
He was killing.
Okay.
And like
but
I'm
still,
gonna tell you who it is. I'm gonna tell you who it is off camera.
Jeff Foxworthy.
Nah, it wasn't him. Nah, I'm gonna tell you who it is. I wouldn't like shit. Jeff got about 800 million shit.
I just thought it was funny that he'd been smoking in the green room.
Yeah, it would have been funny. He was
15D
like, yeah, it'd been him and Alan Jackson in there hitting one. Like, y'all niggas look alike. I just been there. Y'all niggas look alike. I don't know. Alan Jackson, Jeff Foxworthy. To me, y'all look alike to me. I don't know. You know,
Alan Jackson and Jeff Foxworthy.
I can't tell them the difference. Now, for real. You kill them.
For real. All country dudes look alike, dude.
Man, slick, man. Until now they all got now we got a few black ones out there. Like, yeah, they a little swagged up now. Yeah, they try to do everything.
That's
Man,
hilarious.
yeah, that's real crazy. But yeah, I don't know. That's how it's like. That's how I really cut my teeth on shit, man. Just being fucking inquisitive, networking, and like people tell me I can't do shit. It's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that then. That sounds fun.
I love it, dude. I'm a fan. Fan of the merch, fan of the comedy, fan of everything, fan of the human. We've had great shows together when we weren't. I was trying to think. One of the last shows we did was a Halloween show.
Yeah.
Did you dress up, or were you the guy that said I'm not dressing up?
No, I dressed up as like when I dress up as something that is in my clothes I already got.
I know you showed up like in normal clothes, and everybody's like, "Hey, we're supposed to be in an outfit."
Yeah, I didn't. I remember that was an epic. Yeah, you was like you had this big blow up thing that
I had
you
a
was
sumo outfit.
Yeah. You had a big.
I'm like, man, I'm about to look stupid if Brad goes up in regular clothes.
Yeah, I did something. Yeah, I did do that. It was something. Yeah, it was just the way that felt. But the first time I did that, so you know how Scott do it. We always do it like a year apart. And so the first time I went out, it was with Jim Seward, and Jim Seward dressed up as a Santa Claus, but a murder Santa Claus.
Oh
He had
god!
like all his face painted and all this shit. And so you know they got that Wendy's over there. And like you know, right over there buying all that stuff. So we ordered food. Yeah, so he's like, yeah, let's go to this Wendy's, get some food. So we fucking ordered the food. We both I done rode with him like an hour and a half, 2 hours to this place. I'm like, so at this point, I'm used to the makeup. I forget that he even got the shit on.
Oh,
you know
y'all are in full dress.
Yeah. Like I was Craig from Friday, so I'm thinking I had like a flannel shirt, some Dickies, and some house shoes on.
You went that as again. Are you just doing the same outfit every
year? Look. The only in the last 5 or 6 years, the only time I had a actual like costume was I had a girlfriend, and so she went out the way to make sure the shit happened. She was in there sewing shit. She was like old school girl. She was like one of pick up. She was like a pin. Man, I was what's her name? Thud Butt from Hook.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah. So
I gotta see pictures of that.
Yeah. I was Thud, but she had all the shit. It was like, is that you, Peter? Yeah, we did. So, but no, so this is how I did though. No, this is how it happened though. I told you I never really my girl was really like, no, we're gonna do. I said, you get a girlfriend, like women really love to do this shit. So she's like, oh, we doing something. We ain't just now, we gonna dress something. So I went on Facebook and I posted 4 pictures from the 90s. I posted Thud Butt, I posted like Keenan Thompson from like Mighty Ducks. Like so like the black hockey player from Mighty Ducks, you know what I'm saying, when he played the Mighty Ducks 2 and 3, I think.
Oh.
But yeah, President Keenan Thompson. I posted Luther Vandross,
Oh.
and then I posted Bernie Mac from I Ain't Scared of You Motherfuckers. And I posted those 4 pictures. I'm like, whatever one gets the most votes, that's the whatever one gets the most likes, that's what I'm gonna be for Halloween. And then that's the one. Thug Butt got like 100 likes, and the other one got like 80 likes. So yeah, people participate. So that's why it was fun. And so like I think I'm gonna do that every year now. I think it's like people like people start making their comments, and then after I did it, it's like then I showed them afterwards. It was like, yeah, it was kind of a build up. I don't know. I think I should do that every year now. Yeah,
That's funny
but
stuff.
but that's how I ended up getting that, and so that's the only real costume I've been in. Because my girlfriend was like, "No, you gonna be it. You gonna be it." And like,
all right, let's do a drink and then hit this countdown. You ready?
All right, for sure.
Let's do it. Anybody drinking with us?
Hold on. Let me refill my beer because it's like, yeah. Give me about 15 seconds.
He's refilling beer mid podcast. That is Brad Sativa in a nutshell. That's strong right there. Be sure you follow us on social media at the Casio Kid, at Casio's Cut as well. That's on all the social media. You can see Brad. He's very active on all the social media as well. You can look him up at Real Brad Sativa on Twitter, at Real Brad Sativa on Twitter, Facebook.com/Brad Sativa as well.
Oh yeah,
You refilled?
Oh yeah, got me
look,
some more pickle juice.
Pickle juice is full to the top. All right, cheers. Here we go.
Bang bang.
Countdown, 10 questions. You got to deal with them. You ready?
Oh yeah, let's get it.
Number 10, name something that's a perfect 10 in your life.
Smoking some real good weed and getting a blowjob. For somebody aesthetically pleasing too. If you can look and see somebody attractive giving you a blowjob like while you high, that's a 10. That's a 10. That's like oh man, this is amazing.
I'm so glad you're not married. Everybody says fiance or wife or something, and you went smoking and get a blowjob.
Yeah, because it's like, man, you know,
There we go.
I grew up.
All right, number 9. 9 is the German word for no. So name something you wish you could write off, something that you want no more in Brad Sativa's life.
Man,
it could be small, it could be big, it could be dreams, it could be anything.
I say, man, like I want to say, I just say stupid racism. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like stupid racism, where you just racist for no reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can understand some prejudice, but when you just racist for no reason, we gotta get rid of the stupidity racism.
All right, so we can make baby steps. Let's get rid of stupid racism first, and then all racism.
Yeah. Then I can take then we can work on the Ben Shapiro.
Okay, you can work on somebody that claims they got a reason. You just want the stupid ones out first. All right.
Yeah, we gotta get.
All right, number 8. When you die, what do you want to be the last thing you ate? So, what do you want your last meal to be? This could be from restaurants. This could be home cooking, mix and match, appetizers. What are you drinking with it? Dessert, anything.
Okay, so drink. I gotta have a Martinelli's sparkling apple juice.
Okay. Is that the one in the glass apple bottle?
Yeah, but this one, the sparkling though, is sparkling life changer, bro. I'm for real.
Because I love some Martinelli's apple juice.
No, the sparkling is it takes it to the next, like, for real, it takes it to the next level.
Just a little bit of bubbly in it, and it's good.
A little bit, man, it's so good.
All right, I gotta find it. Yeah,
gotta find it. The Martinelli's, I gotta have that apple juice. Martinelli's sparkling apple juice. I'll say my mom's fried chicken because she put it down. She been.
Wait, you like all the pieces? Or you breast, leg, thigh? Or you like all of it? Wing?
My mama chicken, you can eat it all. You know what I'm saying? She put it down. You can eat it all because it's like people.
What else?
Sides, my like two sides from her, you know what I'm saying? Which is like she knows I love I love macaroni and cheese, and I also love mashed potatoes, double starch. That's why I'm fat.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And then appetizer though, bang bang shrimp from Bonefish. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
fire.
Like yeah, bang bang. That's a good just start off anything.
That's where we're going next time you come to Huntsville. We're going.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Let's do some. Yeah. Let's get Bonefish.
Bring some sparkling apple juice with you, and we're going right up
Hey,
the bowl.
hey, that Martin. I'm telling you, that Martinelli is life changing, boy. Woo.
All right, so we got our apple juice. We're eating some little bang bang while your mom makes fried chicken, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes. Any other meat like from somewhere else, or is it chicken's gonna be enough?
Man, I would say that I had to get a steak, like a steak off the grill, medium. You know what I'm saying? Off the grill, char marks,
Like a
good
home
cut.
cooked thing, not like from a restaurant.
Not from a restaurant.
All
Yeah.
right.
Like where slow, like where somebody was just like, I'm gonna marinate this mother. Like I know some old country ass cooks though. You know what I'm saying? I know too many country motherfuckers that just they can know how to cook and barbecue. Yeah. And so next time you here, I'm gonna take you to my homeboy. He from back West Tennessee, but he stay up here and he grills. I'm talking about his Instagram too much. Like it's like his Instagram too much. It's like
What is it? I want to see it.
Yeah, it's called Zilla's. Hold on, I'm gonna give you the exact one. Yeah, he got a shit ton of followers too. Yeah, his ass big.
And what, he just posted of him grilling?
Oh man, not even him grilling. It's just the final result. It's Zilla's, like plural, like Zillas.
Zilla's Pit Barbecue.
Yep, it got underscores under.
Big Perm, El Jefe.
Yep, definitely.
Look at that, dude.
Yeah, it's shit. It's just like, why are you doing this? It's like, man, he posted a bacon wrap grilled cheese that was grilled on a fucking. I'm like, why? Like, dude, why are you doing this? Yeah.
Look at all this stuff. Look at this biscuit.
Yes, it's
Does he have a restaurant? Who's he cooking for?
He has a food truck. He travels. He goes.
Killer.
Yeah, every weekend he sells out. Every weekend, every Saturday, every Sunday, he sells out every weekend wherever he go.
That's amazing.
Yeah, man. Yeah, yeah. So he just, he got that big ass rig, but yeah, it just be so much food, so much. It's just like every day, just like the highest shit that you can think about as from a high big smoking weed and think like, oh, this will be some fat boy shit, and then you'll see me rolling it, bro. He got one with it's like a chicken pot pie with cheese oozing out with a fucking chicken tender stabbed in it.
What?
What the fuck is that shit?
What? Look, this one's a swine apple. It's pineapple wrapped in bacon. It looks like some kind of sausage in the middle.
Oh yeah, slide down to Oh, it's today he did that like
jerk
a day.
Pork. He's killing it. He did some hot dogs.
I'll keep scrolling down. That's why you're gonna see that apple. That
we're coming back to that.
Yeah,
we gotta get back to your last meal. What's dessert?
So dessert, okay. My auntie, it's like my great auntie, but she passed away. Or like she was also the same age as my grandma, so she was in her 90s. She passed away too. Those women, hey, ain't gonna lie. My grandma and her two best friends, they both passed away, and all three of them passed away in their 90s. So they was
strong.
Like,
they was right in the water there.
Yeah. Some they wasn't going. Yeah, it's like so. But one of her best friends, which was her brother's ex-wife, which was funny.
That's funny.
Yeah, she used to make these red velvet cake that was so good. It was like, it's ridiculous. It's so good. It's like it's so good that she could actually make them, freeze it for like a month. You take it out in a month, eat that bitch. It's still the best cake you ever fucking had. It's still the best cake you ever fucking had. Everything from scratch, and I can only have memory of how good that was.
Let's bring it back one more time. That's a good call.
Yeah. So that would be my total meal, and then I would end it with like some kind of good bourbon.
I was about to say no alcohol. I was waiting on some alcohol.
Oh yeah, I gotta eat some. Gotta end it with bourbon because it's like I gotta.
Are
I
you like
love
a
bourbon
post
so much.
meal? You like it on the rocks, or you like it after a meal?
I'm a rocks guy if it's Jack Daniels
Okay.
because that's my everyday like that's my everyday whiskey because they also they sponsor one of my shows too, the Bunch of Lads. So like I actually got even more connection with them. But so Jack Daniels is my everyday drink. But if we were like stepping it up, like I'll like some I'll step it up. I'll do any kind of bourbon.
But do you
Like
like
any
it neat? You just like it dry, neat?
I do like one cube if it's like real
Okay.
good bourbon.
Just a little
Like if
bit
it's
to
like
chill it just a
Booker,
little bit.
yeah, like Booker's strong. Booker's strong as fuck. So yeah, so
Booker's
you
is
gotta
ooh.
drop a little. You gotta put a cube in that motherfucker. It's like you know what I'm saying. It's
You
like
need a fire extinguisher with that
yeah, that
shit.
motherfucker. Woo.
I don't light you up.
Yeah, that should light you up all the way. And so
All
yeah.
right.
So yeah, that's probably it on that
We
one.
sipping some bourbon afterwards. I like it.
Oh
All right,
yeah.
number 7. When you were 7, what'd you want to be when you grew up?
I wanted to be either an actor or doing music.
That early?
Yeah, I knew this though.
Oh,
I knew I wanted to like not work for anybody. I knew I wanted to be like my own boss. I knew I wanted to at the least I want to own my own business. I knew that
right.
early.
All right, strong. Number
Yeah,
6, how do you want to end up 6 feet under? How you want to die?
man, either sleep or in some pussy. Either one or two. And like man, like for
Oh,
real. Like, hopefully she
Aaron,
loves it.
wait, just are you finished? You got to finish though, right?
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Finish for sure.
That's
Just
how
like
you get like you have a heart attack as you finish.
yeah, yeah. I hope she's like at an age where she can take it to like you know when I say take it like mentally. You know what I'm saying like 36, 37. You know the
But
36,
she can
37.
take it, man. I love you
Yeah,
clarifying. Wait.
yeah. Yeah, I don't want to be. I don't want to be no man ruining no 25-year-old life. Like this old man just died on me. You know what I'm saying?
You need
Fucking
a
me.
cougar.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody who just had enough, like been out here like good 10,
Yeah,
15 years
it's
under
just
their
gonna be a speed bump for them. They're good.
yeah, they be like, man, this motherfucker died. It's gonna be a good story. You know what I'm saying?
She's gonna tell everybody that's how good it was. She killed.
Yeah, somebody auntie that never got married. Ain't like no married woman. It's like somebody auntie. It's like, oh yeah, you know, auntie.
I had Aaron on, and he said he wanted to die, do a fire set, and have a heart attack, and then the headliner has to come out and follow.
Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, we should used to do the show with. He should start doing all shows with a thing in his pocket. That when
Yeah,
they die, they like search him and pull it out, and it says "Follow that."
yeah, that's oh man.
On stage.
Man,
All
I
right,
don't want to do that. I no like I just a quick
you don't want to do it
sidebar.
on stage?
No, I want to downstage now. I don't want to like I don't want people to remember me as that either.
As
It's like
dead?
yeah, dying on
Just
like but
one girl in bed, not a whole club.
yeah. This is the funniest thing though. So I was supposed to do a show like 3 weeks ago, and a woman died before the show.
Like at the
Died
club?
at the club. Yeah, it's
Oh
a
no.
restaurant slash club, but it was the yeah. She
So she's
had like
ready to go to the comedy show and dies.
yes, she was at the club with her homegirls. They having drinks and pizza. They
Uh-uh.
eating and passed away, bro. That was the craziest shit ever, man. That was
Did
like,
y'all
yeah.
bump the show back? What'd y'all do?
Oh, they because it was so much forensic stuff. Like the cops had to be like, oh, we got to make sure ain't no foul play. We got to do like real cops. So they ended the show. They
Oh,
canceled
they
the
just had
show.
to shut it down.
Yeah, which I'm glad they did because I didn't like. It's like and that I didn't need that on me off that night.
No,
Like in that
that'd be a weird vibe going on.
yeah, it's like we just like kept the show going, like yeah, but they paid us
By the
though. I
way,
was
we
like,
got a table open if anybody wants to move up.
oh man, yeah, it was crazy. That was like, yeah, you don't clean it up. I was like, oh man, oh yeah, it was crazy. Sorry to cut you off. I had to say that.
No, you're good. Number 5, 5-figure discount was the last thing you stole.
Man, last thing I stole, man. I think. Oh yeah, I was in college. Uh, it used to be this place. It was Dodge's Chicken, man, and we
Gas
get
station?
Yeah, gas station.
Yeah, fire.
After the club on Wednesdays, you could like fucking like everybody used to go to the Dodgers because they try to get food, but also this is like in the early 2000s you could steal beer, and so we was in college, so you used to
Steal beer.
yeah, because the lines would be so big, you could sit
Oh,
the beer right beside the door, and somebody else would just open the door and take the beer out, and as the only
because
thing you
it's
would
so
do,
crazy in there.
so much chaos. It's like 2:30 in the morning. Everybody trying to get food and everybody trying to get beer before 3 o'clock. And so the whole thing, we get at least 5-6 cases of beer.
And then buy
We
a chicken.
like oh yeah, didn't buy because nobody caught like usually nobody like ever would even pay attention to us because
Yeah,
everybody doing the thing.
love it.
Fred, my friend get to looking at the motherfuckers trying to fight and almost get us fucked up. Our cops almost get us because looking at motherfuckers trying to fight. We almost yeah, almost
As you're
killed.
stealing 6 packs.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, we got so much beer, we gotta get the fuck up out of here. Why you trying to watch a fight? Oh, we
You
finna
got
fight.
no receipts.
Yeah, nobody received.
All right, numbers 4. Mount Rushmore, Little Debbie's. Give me your top 4 Little Debbie's.
Woof. Swiss roll.
Okay.
Well, I think they call it brown rounds or the fudge rounds.
Fudge rounds. Okay.
Fudge rounds. Nutter butter.
Strong.
Yeah, nutter butter's in there. And then I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm them old school just brownies with the little sprinkle, like the little sprinkle on top. Some
All
big
right,
ass
not the
brownies.
cosmic brownies with the fake
Yeah,
M&Ms. Oh, you
yeah,
like the cosmic?
yeah. No, I know actually the ones with the nuts, them
Yeah.
cosmics didn't come out in my childhood towards the end. Them the regular ones were just them
Ones
peanuts.
with the nuts. Mm.
Yeah, that was the ones that we grew up with. But I do them brownies though. I do fuck with them brownies though.
All right, 3. You get 3 albums on the Deserted Island. Now, you ain't gonna catch heat because you ain't saying these are the best albums ever made.
Yeah.
So you're just stuck with 3 albums. So you can listen to these 3 albums over and over and over again. You can go compilations, greatest hits, a live album, or you can keep it to whatever you want. This is the whole thing's open on the board. 3 albums. You can only listen to these 3 albums the rest of your life.
I'm going 3-6 Mafia, 66, 61.
Okay.
That's the name of the album. That's the
Is
one
that
that had
Knob on My Slob? Slob on My Knob?
that didn't have that one,
Is
but that one
Sipping on
had
Some
like
Scissor?
just sipping on some scissor. It had like a lot of other like that 66, 61. That was like
Okay.
the bridge of
Is that
everything.
Popping My Collar?
That's before that though. It's like it was
Okay.
like my senior year of high school. Chicken Head. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
chicken.
like
Boop, boop.
yeah, it had all that
Okay.
stuff on it.
That was a
Little
banger.
Sister, Chicken Head. So that album, just because at points I'm gonna need that energy. I know I
Yeah.
can just live, and that's just gonna be energy I can
It can
just
get you
use.
crunk. It make you want to fight. It's got all kind of moods on there.
It had the song that I say is the most violent song that it was literally made for chaos. And I wish that we had like the analytics of it of how many people died because of 3-6. I wish it was a counter that had them analytics because they had that one song called "Gang Sign in Your Face."
Oh God! So everybody was doing it in the club.
Yeah, it'd be like, put your sign in your face, gang signs in his face, make them niggas fight. What? Make them hoes fight. Make them niggas fight. What? Make
And
them
everybody
hoes
just gets riled up.
put signs in his face, gang. I'm like, wow. It was so crazy. It's like this song. It's no reason for this. It's no
Dude,
reason.
I used to DJ at clubs too, and I'm gonna tell you
Yeah.
another song that did that. Ludacris
That's how
Mean Bitch.
You say, oh yeah, look, that shit.
Everybody starts yelling in everybody's face, move, and then it's chaos.
Pushing.
Yeah.
That's when you say, man, like when the money wasn't right. That's what we used to say when the money ain't right. That's when the DJ, like when you ain't paid the DJ the right money, like, all right, we ended this. I know how to end this party right now.
Milk if you buck. Let's go.
They're gonna play about 4 or 5 songs, and if it make it through them 5 songs, and like he ain't gonna play all of them. He's just gonna play like a minute and a half. Of
Lights
these 5
coming on before they get finished.
Yeah. There's no way you're gonna go through these 5 songs guaranteed to end any party. It's like, yeah. It's like make that money ain't right. Fuck
That's
around on pay
great.
DJ the money. Yeah, so there, but then I would say Tupac, All Eyes on Me,
Okay.
because it was like it's had every kind of
Classic.
music to think about in that. And then lastly, I probably would say just because my mom probably though, I would say probably the Jackson Southerners or the Mississippi Mass Choir. Um,
Oh,
like greatest hits. I think it's the Mississippi Mass Choir greatest hits because the William Brothers and Mississippi Mass Choir was pretty much almost the same because the William Brothers were very involved in that.
mm-hmm.
But I would say Mississippi Mass Choir because yeah, it's just
Memories.
sometimes yeah, memories, man. Because that's one thing. Like I would say, you can tell how much my mama was in the church. You know what I'm saying? Like about her music. Because one minute my mama would listen to like she run Bobby Brown for 6 months, like when my Barack was talking about. Like I know he canceled now, but it's just historically correct. Like
Right.
R. Kelly when he came out when like born into the 90s, but then she was in the church. Then it'd be like the Mississippi Mass Choir for about 6 months, Jackson Southerners, and all these
He's
gospel.
rotating.
Yeah, so I get, but yeah, so gospel music. I'm still a huge fan of gospel music, even though I'm not the most religious person. But it's something about hearing, like, for one thing, gospel music has like the best musicians and singers
Yeah.
across the, like, because it ain't based on how you look. So there's a lot of fat people out there with the strongest voice. You know, it's like, yeah, like, gay dudes on the keyboards. You know what I'm saying? It's like people like gospel music, they do not care. It's like they gonna draft the best motherfuckers. Like everywhere else, they gonna judge
Yeah.
you, but gospel, they gonna like you gay, but that boy can
Yeah.
play.
Anybody else? They walk in and go, "Do you look the part? And can you
Yeah,
get by just enough to perform?" Everybody else
yeah.
like gospel music. No, you bring in
They don't
heat.
care. They don't give a fuck as long as you can sing. Oh, we don't care. We don't care how you look. Be fat. Be fat as hell.
All right. Number two, you got to give me two concerts. The first concert you ever went to, and the last concert you ever went to.
First concert, super easy. Project Pat,
Strong.
2001, first concert out of jail.
Oh,
Out of prison.
so he's
So
ready.
ready. So this is after like yeah, like right when the same era Chicken Heads came out. He was locked up on the he had a platinum album while he was locked up in jail. Cause that's when he had Don't Save Her. Like don't save her, she don't wanna get saved. Don't save her. Yeah, all that shit. Like that was his classic album. He was locked up, and but yeah, that's my roommate. uh, but yeah, so that album, like he did this, but this is the craziest thing. So it's his first time out of like say first out of prison, and so he's in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and so he was like, man, been locked up. So he say, man, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, man? What a dope head in this motherfucker, man. What a motherfucking dope head in Memphis, man, me in Murfreesboro. And then you just start seeing sacks flying on stage,
Thrown on stage?
on them on stage. Then one flip around, hit him in his face. Hit him in his face. It was some cocaine.
Uh-uh.
They throwing weed, everybody throwing weed, powder pills of that. Cocaine hit
So
him in
he's
the
just
face.
out. He's fresh out.
Fresh out of jail. Cocaine hit him in the face. It falls over. At first, when it hit him in his face, he was like, who the fuck? Like he was like kind of mad because something hit him in the face. But then he looked down and seen that it was some cocaine. He was like, oh shit, that's a dope. He had a hotel towel, them little hotel hand towels. He threw that hotel towel on it and picked it up discreetly and put it. I was like, this is the most
That's
amazing
hilarious.
in my fucking life. It was crazy.
All right.
Then the last concert, which is funny, full circle. Project Pat exit in.
No.
True story.
That's the last one you've been to?
That's what I went to. It was like, and like I went to Bonnaroo like the summer, like 2019. So I seen a lot of concerts then. But Project Pat came in October, came to exit in, which
It's a great venue, too.
Exit In is where I recorded my album at. That's where I did my album at Exit In.
Killer.
So that's like my soft spot for that place too. And so yeah, so that's one of the guys that I hung out with. He was like, "No, bro, Project Pat tickets half off. You got to come and see this." Like blah blah blah. I was like, "Yeah, fuck yeah, let's do it." You know what I'm saying? So and then yeah, so that was the last show. So Project Pat and Project Pat.
That's perfect, dude. That's full circle for real. All right, and number one, you got to give me, if you're a wrestler, who would you be?
Man, I would say
So this could be current, past, whatever. Just you've turned into a
prob-
wrestler.
probably Booker T.
Strong.
Probably Booker T. Because for Booker T, for one, they had like for me, they had some of the best music. And it was like back then for Harlem Heat.
Oh, that Harlem Heat theme is banging, dude. Dun.
Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun. Dun-dun-dun-dun-dun-dun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got the crowd.
Come on, pissed off. Like, fuck these white people. That's all I heard. Like,
So I usually ask who your tag team partner, but you got to go Stevie Ray, right?
I ain't gonna lie. The only reason I wouldn't be Steve Ray, I would have to get on the Rock though. The Rock would have to be my tag team. Because
Booker
it's just
Rock.
shit talking. It's like,
Yeah.
man, that's a lot of shit talking. Put them to, especially the Rock. Rock that's why he blew up so bad. He used to talk so much shit. Man, that was like, especially back then, had the Nation of Domination. So all the black wrestlers,
Mark Henry.
Yeah, Farouk.
Ron
Yeah,
Simmons,
all Ron Simmons, Big A, all of them over here. Everybody fucked with each other. I was like, oh, that's dope though. And it's like, yeah, everybody. But yeah, I'll say the Rock though, because he did change it. Because when he was talking that shit, oh, you a jabroni, you got it, that shit, man. That shit, yeah, he
one of, if not the best on the mic. Period.
See, I say this though. This is the funniest thing is like I was a huge wrestling fan, from pretty much zero to about like 16, 17. When I really started playing football, started really getting into women and shit, so I kind of like fell off. But I had a cousin that's so dope who loved wrestling. So dope, man, like a motherfucker. But he always had money. He always just give us money because my mama had the Direct TV satellite and shit. So get all the pay-per-views. So for all the wrestling, all the boxing, my cousin always wanted to see it. We was the only ones back in the day who had the pay-per-view. And so he always used to buy all the pay-per-view wrestling, all the pay-per-view fights. So I say most of like in the 90s, I say most of all wrestling shit, all pay-per-view boxing. I probably
Love
say
it.
Because my cousin,
90s boxing was on top of the world, dude.
Whooping ass. That's when, whooping ass.
All right. Well, you survived the countdown. Before we let you go, first off, thank you, dude. It's been a fun time like I knew it would be. But we got to make sure we get some plugs out. One, you got a monthly show at Zany's in Nashville, and it's a brunch show.
It is a brunch show.
Tell everybody about it.
Yeah, man. So, like 2 years ago, we started a brunch show. Like almost 3 actually now, not 2, but 2 years ago we started a brunch show. And then I came up with the idea, and then I brought in Laura Peak, who's a very, very talented comic, like who used to be based out of Nashville. We started the show. It caught fire real early, and it was doing well. And we started doing it monthly. And then we kind of fell back a little bit. And then she also moved to LA. So she moved to LA. So we started back up the show, and we've been doing it for 6 months since lockdown. And we've been doing well. It's like we've been averaging over 100 people, spaced out. Yeah, because it's usually 320 people that fit in the zany. So
are you doing these? Tell people, are this Saturdays, Sundays?
We're doing them on Saturdays, and they're kind of floating around just because of different things.
They got to schedule everybody, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, because we got kind of adhere to the schedule of the club. But yeah, we do them at 2:00 in the afternoon on Saturdays. You'll see it's usually in between the first, second, or third one. We usually don't do the last, but it's usually the first and second one. Yeah, it's been taken over. We've been booking out of the Southeast and the Midwest, so we get great comics from all over the country. And so yeah, it's been a good experience. It's been good to have it, and a lot of comics it blow their mind because it's been on the festival 2 years, and this gonna be the third year. It's gonna be on the festival,
The
and
Nashville
so
Comedy Festival. For
yeah,
those
the
of you
Nashville Comedy Festival, and always kind of like blow comics mind because at first all we had all these LA comics. They was like, oh, we don't know about a 2 o'clock show. They all like getting coffee and like they're doing LA shit. Like I don't know about this show.
that.
Yeah, I'm saying. But then they see us go up top. You know what I'm saying? Open the crowd up. You know what I'm saying? Have the crowd energetic and it's infectious. And it's people like, oh man, all right, well damn, I was gonna do my B material. Now everybody wants like so it's like good crowd, especially now. Like it's mostly women. It's mostly women now.
All
For sure.
right.
We probably had like 75% women, and yeah, so
Killing it for the brunt.
yeah, so it's it's been crazy, and we're working on some new shit that I want y'all look out. If y'all go on Facebook, add Brunch of Last. Only reason I'm saying this is because we're finna be moving around for the next year or so. Like still Zany's is home base, but we're taking it to some different cities coming up and some
Okay.
major and some different big clubs coming up.
How do they
too.
get that? Facebook?
Yep, Facebook. I just started a new group, Brunch of Last. You type that in Facebook, it's gonna pop up. I don't
You'll
know
see
how
a
nobody.
link. Yeah, if you follow Brad Sativa on any social media, you'll get it there.
Yeah, for sure. It is. But yeah, we're gonna start mass producing it.
And then talk about you mentioned it earlier. You got your album out, man.
Yep, I got my album out. It's called Petty. I released it December 31st, 2018. So on the last day of the year of 2018. So it's 2 years old now. So it's grown. But this year I am recording Too Petty 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Strong.
kind of like a play on words, but yeah, I'm Too Petty, and then it's the second version, baby. And so we're gonna do that this year. I'm kind of waiting towards the back end of the year. Kind of want the world to open back up. Also, I like to mention is that I got the shot last week, motherfuckers. So I got in 2 weeks. So in 2 weeks, I'm gonna be fucking vaccine
You're
fully.
superhero.
Yeah, and so that's what I'm saying. I don't want to hear nobody be like, "Oh, Brad spreading, Brad doing this." No, bitch, I'm vaccinated. So y'all kiss my ass. So I'm finna go start getting some of this country money.
Work.
And like, it's money. Hey, right now too, it's money in them little small ass counties. They'll pay you some money to come out there, and you know
Everybody
they ain't
wants
gonna wear no
entertainment, man. We're opening back
Yeah.
up. I want entertainment again.
They want it. They ain't gonna wear no mask. They are not gonna wear no mask, but they want that entertainment. And so that's the only compromise I could see. Especially when they start talking about you got to wear 2 masks. I'm like 2 masks. Oh no. We can barely get one in this motherfucker. No, 2. Like
I love how
no.
they kind of floated it, and everybody's like, "Nah."
Yeah, okay. Y'all got hit me
They're
there.
like, I mean, we wasn't going to tell you to do it, but we were just saying it might be.
You
better.
said just if you really want to be safe, it takes 2. It's like, nah, y'all gotta hit me then. It's like we barely get one on these motherfuckers. So you talking about 2? Man, when I got vaccinated, I see the motherfucker. They had 2 masks on. I like them motherfuckers. I'm glad
That's
they
true.
get it. They have been prisoners of their own house. Like they've been prisoners at their own house for a year. If you came out of 2 masks, I know
Ready.
you took serious. You ain't been no goddamn where. And
And
so,
they're tired of it. That's why they're getting the shot.
yeah, they was like, dog, yeah, get me. Yeah, I say, yeah, it was 2 dudes. I didn't know what I don't know. I don't even know what y'all did. I don't know if y'all in a relationship, best friends. I just knew y'all had enough of each other for this year. Whatever it was. It was like, it came together. Yeah.
So he's invincible. When you see him out, he's invincible. He's good to go. Tell them where they can get the album.
Yeah, so the album's on all major streaming sites. So
Wherever they
Spotify,
listen to stuff.
yeah, Tidal, YouTube Red, Amazon is literally on all the streaming sites. I would say look out for the second album, like when I drop this one, because I don't know yet, but I might sign the second album. I don't know. But if I sign, I'm just gonna sign because of course I want that XM radio money. And you know what I'm saying? And that's like, so if I sign, I ain't sell out, I just want XM radio money.
I love it. I just need some money. I need that
I'm gonna
XM
sign one
radio
album
plug.
deal. Yeah, I'm gonna sell a 1 album deal. It's gonna be, yeah. But the first album is totally independent. It's organic, motherfucker. It's free range. It's all me.
All
So
right.
get that organic, get that vegan ass album. It's all me, baby.
How can they get the fire merch, dude?
Man, the fire merch, man. Like, hit me up on Instagram, Facebook. Like, I'm getting a website this year. I'm actually going legit this
You
year.
gotta get it, dude. You're
I
marketing.
know,
Come on.
I know. But I want to wait. I really want to wait before I can really like take and make the demand like really, really high, where people really, really want to fuck with it. But hey, I gotta show this off. This for the ladies for the summer. I know. Look, y'all been locked up for a year. I know y'all want to show that midriff. I know y'all want to do all that. And that's the shirt I was telling y'all about. We got the fucking cutoff.
I'm telling you this. If you send it to me, I'm gonna wear it on social media.
I told
I'm going
somebody I
off
might
the
do it.
shoulder too. You done gave me ideas.
Yeah, you got to throw it off the shoulder a little bit.
Just a little something.
Just a little something like, ooh,
Not, I ain't giving away too much. Just a little bit.
just a little shoulder, and then I'm like, let it sit there for a minute, and I'm gonna act like I didn't know. Oh, then my shoulder was up.
Oh God, so sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, that was good. That was the good bad girls back in the day. These do shit like that.
Dude, great stuff, man. Great stuff.
But
Appreciate
yeah, man.
you joining me.
Yeah, you got to come back through here too, man. Let me know. Let me know when you come
Done.
back.
We'll
Through
hook it up, man. Can't wait.
Yep.
Follow him on social media, Real Brad Sativa everywhere. Get your merch, get that album. If you're in the Nashville area, look at the Zany's calendar or follow Brad on social media, and you can see where Bunch of Laughs is. And go enjoy yourselves. Brad, thank you, my man. Love it. Bang bang.
Oh yeah, bang bang. Appreciate you, man. Oh yeah, tell your wife I said what's up, cause she wore the hat. She was the first fan of the hat, like one of the
She
first.
does. She's got the dad
Yeah.
hat.
Yeah, I know she got the red one. I remember.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
She's
yeah,
killing it.
so yeah, man. So yeah, so tell your
By the
wife.
way, you're the first one to ever end the episode saying tell hello to your wife for me.
I know you sound like it ain't like that, people. It's like that's why I had to preface it with how I knew her. You know what I'm saying? That's in now though. That's my second round. Hey, white women that's been divorced after like 15 plus years, like that is a wheelhouse.
Is that your wheelhouse?
Yeah.
Well,
Like
I mean, she's gonna end up divorcing me, so hang